Alright guys, welcome back. Hopefully you listened to my last video, as well as a lot of my other videos, as well as my tweets. Okay, so obviously I told you last week, Bitcoin bottom 14K in the next 30 days. It may sound crazy. I even have a hard time believing myself, but I have to listen to the greatest predictor to ever set foot on this planet. Which, if you don't know who that is, now you do. It's myself. I am the greatest predictor to ever set foot on this planet. And so, like I said, I have a hard time believing myself sometimes, okay? Especially when you're right so much, you start to think like, well, surely I can't be right again, right? But somehow I do it every time. And today you're going to see the secret sauce that went into finding these two targets at 14K and 10K, okay? Which we're gonna address some common concerns that I have, okay, about this target right here, 10K. I feel like so many people are screaming for this target. BitBoy Crypto, Richard Hart, tons of other people, okay? So this is why my thinking makes me diverge from this target. Nonetheless, I will show you how that is a target of mine. Okay, but this is why I'm more focused on the 14K target, is because while everyone would wait for 10K, boom, you leave them at 14K and never hit 10K, and then they FOMO in at 30K. Okay, but we're gonna break all this down today. Okay, like I said, I was questioning whether I should show you my analysis on how I arrived to this target. Okay, because if you watch my last video, it was not even 2 minutes long. Okay, because I didn't share with you my analysis. I just shared with you my prediction. Okay, I am the indicator. I am the analysis, right? Like, a lot of people will say, where's your analysis, Crashes? I say, bitch, shut the fuck up. I am the analysis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to show you any indicators. I don't need to show you shit. You know, you sit down, you listen to what I have to say. End of story. That's it. Okay, be quiet and be happy I even told you where price is going next. Okay, that said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the secret sauce that went into calling this. Okay, and we're not even down at 14K yet, but I'm going to show you it today. Okay, so let's get into it. I did show, of course, to our Crash Alerts members, okay, last week. So pretty much, if you remember, this video is on my channel, by the way. I shorted 43K with $1 million short position. We made $50,000 on that short. Okay, so I shorted at 43K, and I closed out right here. Okay, it was sad. I shorted at 43K, and I closed out at 41K. Like I said, we made $50,000. That short is on my channel. Please go back and watch that short. It was around April the 24th or April 18th. Just go back on my channel. I'll try to link it down below for you, okay? But anyways, you're probably wondering, why does that matter? Well, because, guys, this short is the exact same as this short. How? Why? I'm about to break it down to you, okay? So, obviously, I sent this all out to our members. And basically, I told them, guys, this is the same pattern as the 43K short, okay? Now, the common eye, the regular person, does not see what I see, and they have no idea. How is the 43K short the same as the 23K short? Okay, that's what I'm about to show you. So, on the day of the 43K short, you can see this is what it looked like, okay? You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highs into a dump. Okay, now, if you compare that to the 23K short, okay, and this is why I want you to focus on these arrows, okay? See this green arrow? This means they're the same, okay? So 23K short and 43K short are the same, and then we're going to put these in red. These are our targets, 14K and 10K. Okay, so I just want you to, like, tunnel vision and focus with me. What I'm telling you is this short is the same as this short. Okay, I'm telling you, this short is the same as this short. They're the same thing. It's the same pattern, guys. Once again, the regular eye, the common person, will never see what I see. Okay? So, anyways, let's get into this. See this pattern. Once again, let's go through this again. I want you to understand this, guys. At 43K short, when I shorted with $1 million short position, right here, 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, 4 tap, 5 tap, dump. And when we dump, you can see no one's quick to buy that dump. Okay? And so this is why you can see my next picture showing you, okay, here's the 43K short, and look at this. For the next month, from April the 24th down to May the 12th, it's pretty much just a straight ride down, although there is some big bounces along the way. From here to here, from the 43K short, you go from there to there. Okay, once again, it's all about the pattern, guys, so focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, look at the picture of when we were at 23K. Okay, going into the CPI report. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tops. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, once again, go back to the 43K short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to go through that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, you can see the patterns are basically identical. They're pretty much the same. Once again, is the common regular person, when they look at this chart, are they ever going to think that? Are they ever going to see that? No, they're never going to see that, okay? Because they didn't short it at 43K like I did, okay? And so that's why you'll never see the same patterns that I see. But basically, as soon as I saw this, I told everyone, guys, this is the same pattern as our 43K short. Okay, I had the screenshots to show them. So basically, when we see this dump, okay, once again, go back to the 43K short. You can see we dumped and no one was there to buy it. It just kept going down. So the same thing here. When we started dumping, I knew it was only the beginning of this dump. And that's when I made my YouTube video, and that's when I told you on Twitter, bottom in next 30 days, 14K. Bitcoin bottom in the next 30 days at 14K. Okay, huge dump is coming. Okay, because I knew the pattern, and I knew that the 43K short was the same as the 23K short. It's the same pattern, and it's the same shit. Okay, so now that we know that, now that you understand that, what we can do is, okay, we can measure from 43K, and we can just trace the pattern. Okay, we can just trace the pattern. What you're going to notice is, if we just match the tops, okay, just match the tops, okay, because once again, it's the same shit. 23K short and the 43K short, it's the same shit, okay? If you drag and drop from that top, right, the 43K top to the 23K top, if you just drag and drop that, that's how you get that. And that's how we're on pace to get to 14K by October, okay? That's why I made that video. That is the basis of my analysis combined with a lot of other things. Okay, that said, a lot of you may think you're fucking crazy. You really think you can just scribble from some pattern from in the past and bring it over? Yeah, you're damn right. That's exactly what I think I can do, because I am the greatest predictor to ever set foot on this planet. And until you can prove yourself with a greater track record or accuracy, you can sit the fuck down and shut. Totally didn't edit that part of the video out. That said, we're being mature here today, guys. We're being very mature. So I'm not going to argue or try to disprove some stupid loser who's sitting on his couch eating Cheetos right now who says, you can't predict the markets, buddy. You're full of yourself. Oh, ho, ho. And the reason he says that is because he bought above 60K. And so all these guys who buy super high, they have to comfort themselves, right? So they don't want to believe that someone is able to predict the markets or that someone could possibly do a better job than them. No, they rather tell themselves, no, it's okay. I totally understand nobody can predict the markets, and that's why it's okay that I bought above 60K Bitcoin, right? It's kind of like a fat person, okay, and don't take this rude if you're fat, okay? It's okay to be fat, but it's even better to get in shape, right? But it's like, when you're fat, you can make an excuse and be like, oh, but I'm happy when I'm fat, you know what I mean? So I don't want to get in shape. I don't want to cut down and lose weight, right? It's the same thing with a guy who says you can't predict the market because he bought above 60K, right? He has to justify his inability and his excuses for why he performed so poorly, right? And that's why he says, nobody can predict the market. Oh, this kid's full of shit. Fuck, this kid, he knows nothing. But trust me, I know everything because I bought above 60K. But guess what? I'll just dollar cost average and hodl for fucking 28 more years before I break even. Now look, guys, I understand probably a lot of people who watch my channel are fat, and that's okay. I'm not trying to be a dick here. I know it probably sounds like a dick thing. It's an analogy to really say that, guys, we like to make excuses for why we're not where we want to be. Okay, so for example, let me give you an example of what I suck ass at is math, right? So I suck ass at math just like someone could be fat and just like someone could buy above 60K, right? These are all disabilities, or not disabilities, but inabilities, right? Lack of skill, lack of technique, lack of motivation, lack of something, right? And so we can sit there and we can say, oh, I'm fat. But guess what? If you're fat but you don't want to get lean, it's because you lack the motivation. Just like I suck ass at math, But guess what? I'm not going to go and get good at math today because I don't fucking care to get good at math. Just like if you're fat, but you don't fucking care to get good, to get lean, then that's your choice. Okay, just like it's my choice, I don't want to get good at math because look, I can count up the fucking crypto that I got, and that's enough for me. Just like if you buy above 60K and you can count up how for $10,000 you only got 0.15 Bitcoin, and where you could have got for $10,000 you could have got half a Bitcoin. Look, if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. We all have our choices, and I'm just trying not to get canceled and censored off this fucking platform right now. So hopefully I did my job. That being said, I hope you get what I mean. If I was a fat fuck and someone told me I was fat, I wouldn't be mad, right? I'd be like, oh yeah, I am fat, but guess what? That's my choice. I'm fat, but I don't want to cut weight, so fuck that. So go fuck yourself, Alex. Okay? So before we have any sensitive fucking pussies on here who are gonna say, oh, how could you call me fat, dude? That's so fucking rude, man. What the? I was a fan of the channel and you called me fat. I'm just telling you right now, Jay, if it makes you feel better, you can tell me that I suck ass at math. Are we good? Alright, great. Alright, so let's get back to the video here. So, once again, I'm not going to disprove people who say you can't predict the market, whatever, yada yada, blah, 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 blah. Go back to stuffing this Cheetos up your face. Alright, that said, I do want to give you another example where I used a pattern to our advantage, okay, which was how I predicted the crash down to 20K. So, look at this. You have this bounce into a mega dump. And so right here, you had a bounce into a mega dump, okay? Notice, right, these are mega dumps, right? And so those are common characteristics of the way that price is moving, right? We're matching characteristics from here to there. So even though they're completely different prices at completely different dates and with completely different world and news events happening, the characteristics of the price movement are the exact same. Mega dump, mega dump. Okay, and now we can continue with the pattern, right? And so what we can do is we can go from here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, and we can drag and drop that, guys. And we can match that over. Boom! That's how I called the crash down to 20K after I saw this mega dump, okay, which we shorted, and we made $50,000 on the 43K short, and then we made another $96,000 on the 41K short. Okay, so how cool is that, right? We notice a common characteristic, right? Mega dump, mega dump. Okay, so let's see what happened after the mega dump. Oh, what happened was this. So let's bring that over, and boom, that's how we called 20K way before it happened when it was at 30K. Okay, and so that's just one example of how you can use this pattern, how you can draw these squiggly, dumb, stupid lines that you don't believe work, right? And once again, I don't expect you to see what I see. I don't expect you to be able to feel the market on the level that I can feel it and see it, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's like, thinking that you're going to shoot a basketball as good as Stephen Curry. Of course you're not, okay? And in this case, you're never going to be able to look at a chart as good as me, so there's no point in trying to think that you can, okay? So just keep watching the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, you may not like me, but you are going to respect my opinions and my views on the market because more times than not, they're going to end up being right. You're going to be mind blown and you're going to think, how the hell did he do it? Today, I'm showing you a piece of the puzzle. I'm showing you one of the ways that I'm very confident that we get down to 14K. Okay, so now that you can see one example of how that pattern worked very well in the past, and there's so many more examples if you've really followed my channel and watched how I do this, then you know. But basically, if you bring this over from here, okay, from the 43K short, you know the 43K short is the same as the 23K short. That's how you get that. Okay, so once again, let's drag and drop this. So first part of the pattern is right here. Boom. Okay, let's drag and drop that. Boom. Okay, that gets you to 14K. Now let's look at the second part of the pattern. Okay, wait. Let's bring that there. Match the top there. Boom. Okay. Now let's look at the second part of the pattern, right? Because we can see so far. Look how cool this is, guys. Look at this. See how you have this run up right here. Look, run up, dump, dump, pump, pump. Oh my God! Look at that. Isn't that cool, right? You can see they're very, very, very similar. And so although, right, to the average eye, to the regular investor, to the regular trader, they will never see that, Okay, when you open up this chart, you will never see that. Okay, and you never shorted it at 43K, but we did in my alerts. Okay, if you're not in my alerts, you should join. Okay, because if you were in my alerts right now, you'd be making $14,000 on the Bitcoin short and $6,500 on the Solana short. Okay, you're missing out. Okay, so when you take that over to there, right, you kind of are, hopefully you're kind of starting to see and feel what I feel and see what I see. Okay, because once again, when you open this chart up, 99.9% of the people ain't going to see shit. All they're going to see is just a bunch of red and green candles and what the hell, where are we going next, right? But I can see these things that most people don't see. Okay, anyways, we got the first part of the pattern, right, which we know 43K equals 23K. They're just on different points of the chart. Okay, so we lagged there a little. Okay, boom, we drag and drop that first part of the pattern, and then we're going to take the second part of the pattern, right? So this is how we get to the first target. Okay, because what you need to understand is the pattern, right? It's not like we're just going to keep copying the pattern forever and ever and ever. And then, I mean, look, if that was the case, we just do this again, right? And then we just drag and drop that. And then it would be a never-ending loop to the downside, right? So this is, if the pattern was just going to keep going forever and ever and ever, then, okay, now we're looking at 6K as our next target, right? If the pattern just keeps repeating itself. But at some point, the pattern will diverge and it will look different. Okay? So understand that. So basically, my thought process here, okay, is from copying the homework and the pattern, okay, is our first target is 14K. Okay? But everybody is waiting for 10K. And so the market loves to do this painful thing where you're waiting, you're ready to go all in at 10K, and then guess what? It bottoms at 14K, bounces to 20K, and you're going to be thinking, holy shit, I can't believe it. I was waiting for 10K, we didn't hit it. Oh my God, what am I going to do now? Okay, and that is when you're going to FOMO. Or that is when you're going to realize, holy crap, the bottom was already in, right? Or you may not realize it until the bottom, until we're at 30K. Right, so my whole thought process is if so many people are calling for 10K, we need to consider the possibility and the probability that, you know what, all these people, if they're all going to be right, what's the chances of that? I'd say it's a fair chance that the market is going to pull a trick out of its hat and make it so that not everyone can just time the bottom at 10K. And so this would be a very painful thing because a lot of people here at 14K, I'm telling you, they are not going to buy that dip. They're going to be waiting for 10K, and then they're going to be in pain, and they're going to be wishing they bought the dip once it's above 20K. Okay, so that's why when I see so many people calling for this target right here, I stop and think, man, that would be a pretty painful thing if we ended up just bottoming at the first target at 14K, knowing that the pattern's not just going to repeat itself forever and ever and ever. Okay, see what I mean? At some point, the pattern will diverge, and it's not going to just keep following it exactly. See, that's my thought process. So when we look at the three targets, that's why I believe that 14K is a damn good bottoming point. Because at this point, everyone's going to say that the economy still has way worse to go. We've got way more pain. We got way worse to see. And so no one is going to want to buy here, guys, because everyone is going to be waiting for 10K. And the extreme people are going to be waiting for 3K. And though those things are absolutely possible, okay, I'm trying to think smart here. I'm trying to think a couple steps ahead. And so just as everyone here at 69K said, oh, 100K is inevitable, surely it's going to happen. Look at this, we got a big cup and handle. The economy is doing so great. Look at all the money we printed. Right? It's stories, guys. It's stories. Okay. So everyone here thought cup and handle, money printing, blah, 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 blah. 100K is inevitable at this point. Just like when you're going to be at 14K, everyone's going to think, oh yeah, 10K is inevitable at this point. But what we do need to realize, okay, is from the top, right here, that would be a 330-day to the bottom and an 80% dip. Well, guys, every single dip in Bitcoin that we've seen so far has gotten less worse, right? Every crash gets, less severe. So, let's go back to 2018. Okay, boom to boom. That was an 83% dip. If we can go back to a previous one, look at this one. Okay, we had a 86% dip. And the one before that, I believe, was like 90 or 95%, right? So look at that. You go from an 86% dip to an 83% dip to a what? To an 80% dip. Okay? Boom. Right at 14K. See, to me, that makes sense. To me, that makes sense. So here, 86%, 83%, 80%, right? The crashes are getting less severe as the asset matures. To me, that makes a whole lot of sense, and that's why it's a very painful path and it's a very painful route where if everyone is waiting for 10K, then the bottom's at 14K, and then they only realize that the bottom's in once you're at like 25 or 30K. You see, a lot of people are going to lose out on a lot of returns, okay? Seriously. And that's what the market loves to do. So that's my thought process, guys, on why I see 14K as a very likely bottom. Right? You go from 86% to 83% to 80% dip. People are going to say, but the economy's way worse than we've ever seen before. This is Bitcoin's first bear market in a recession. Okay, but through all these things, guys, the numbers, right? People lie, numbers don't, right? What's that saying? Women lie, men lie, numbers don't, whatever. You know what I mean? And so the people are going to be saying the macro is horrible. Oh my God, this is horrible. The housing market's going to crash 30%. Bitcoin surely has to go lower. Okay, and so that is going to put people in a painful position when they're waiting for 10K, and then they realize that we don't get there because boom, we hit 14K, and by the time you realize we're not going to possibly hit 10K, by the time you realize that we're probably already at 25K. And so that's why it is so not worth it to not be buying some here, because what happens is you bounce from there possibly, and then you're going to be looking back and thinking, holy shit, look how far we are away from where I wanted to unload the boat. That's why you got to start buying, in my opinion, on this leg down. Okay, there's no excuse to not be. And of course, there's going to be comparisons to the dot-com bubble. People saying we're going to 3K Bitcoin. Okay, but to me, 3K Bitcoin is like 100K Bitcoin. It's the extreme, and I don't think it's going to happen. Could it happen? Of course. But I'm trying to stay a few steps ahead of the market, and I'm trying to read the psychology, I'm trying to read the emotions, and I'm trying to read the narrative. And the narrative here was very strong on the bull side, and the narrative here is very strong on the bear side. You got to get used to it. You got to go against your emotions, okay? And you got to see through the smoke. And that's why I believe, although 10K is possible, look, we need to consider that the bear markets are getting less severe every crash, and that, remember, people lie, numbers don't. And so the numbers don't lie. We go from like a 90% dip to an 86% dip to 83% dip to here, this would be an 80% dip. Okay, so people lie, numbers don't. If everybody is waiting for 10K and everyone can't wait to unload the boat there, I think, okay, you would be logical to think that the market is going to do something painful. And so to me, the two painful options are either you bottom there or you bottom there. But I don't think you hit it in between for everybody who wants to unload the boat at this magical 10K. Right? So many people say 10K. To me, the most painful thing is you either bottom at 14K or you bottom when everyone thinks it's going to be 10K, you bottom at 6K. But I don't believe 10K is the target. That's my analysis for you today. It's been a long enough video. I got so many more reasons, so much more analysis to break down, really. But guys, we'd be on this for hours and hours. At the end of the day, okay, you watch my videos, I'm buying crypto. My exact plan for buying the crypto crash. That's what these yellow lines are for. Okay, we're buying here, 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 here. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, 4-year bear market is over, guys. That's for Monero versus the price of Bitcoin. Okay, the bottom is in for Monero. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. But this video right here is about Monero. Okay, this video right here, I'm buying crypto. My exact plan for buying crypto. You need to actually watch that video. It's at the yellow lines that I've marked for you: 18K, 16K, 15K, 14K, 13K, 12K. Like, especially this area for me is the area I'm going to be looking to load up. Okay. And knowing that, I know that even if I buy here at 14K, I could still be down another 50 goddamn percent. Holy shit, you know? But just like Bitcoin could have went to 100K, well, Bitcoin could have went to 6K, right? That's how I'm looking at it. And at the end of the day, buying 80% off the all-time high, bro, you can't really go wrong in the long run. So that's how I'm playing it. Well, 99% of the world has entries above 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K. I'm going to have average cost below 14K, like assuming I'm right and assuming we come down. I'm happy with that, all right? Trust me, if 99% of market participants are underwater and I'm just getting in the water down here, I'm in a good position, okay? Because when other people are underwater and they're fucking drowning, that's the time when you want to get in. Okay, so I believe a lot of people are going to be drowning at 14K. And so you can wait for 6K, but people are already in massive pain here, and that's where I want to start buying. That's where I see 80% off the all-time high. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, okay? So there you go, guys. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. And actually, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, okay? And once again, if you're not in my alerts, you should be, because you're missing out on like $20,000 of profit here. If you want to get one free month into my alerts, guys, our special promo with Bitget is almost over. So you need to get on top of this ASAP. Okay, go to the description of this video. Follow a few steps. Basically, you need to deposit $1,000 into your Bitget trading account. Send it to our support email. Go through our Telegram bot, okay? Do that whole process. I'm going to leave it down below for you. It's like 3 steps only, okay? Do not withdraw that $1,000 that you put in your trading account. If you do that, you can't get in, okay? Make sure you actually put $1,000 in your trading account and you're ready to trade with it, okay? That's how you're going to get into my alerts where I'm updating you live and in real time here on our trades, okay? So, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Take advantage of the special promo that Bitget's doing for us. They're getting everyone into my alerts 1 month for free. So, guys, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.